The Dugout. The latest news, please tell Shashwat.
Virat Kohli's marketing team has changed. It was what was it earlier?
Cornerstone.
Now it's Cornerstone.
Nothing.
It was No, I was just confirming it before saying it. And now it's Sporting Beyond. And surprisingly, coincidence that it is owned by his former coach, the former coach of the Indian team, Ravi Shastri.
So Ravi Shastri's own company is going to manage
Virat Kohli.
Wow.
They were good friends actually.
Yes.
Coach and captain. They
We
got
had
along
a
very well.
long conversation about this yesterday's Dugout too, about the relationship of a coach and a captain.
7-year association, yeah. I mean, from 14 onwards.
They were not just that. I think off the field also they were very good friends.
Yeah, I mean, Shastri has done it all. I mean, player, coach, administrator, commentator, you name it, he's done it. Shaz. So
Cricket manager, 2007,
Yeah.
Bangladesh tour.
Oh yeah, for the Bangladesh.
Director of cricket also with the Indian team before he came in as coach.
Of course. He's done it all. Shaz is the ultimate all-rounder we had. Both on the field and off the field also. On the
Body
field.
also
What do you
he
mean
got.
off the field?
Off the field, when you look at it, administrator, commentator,
Acha.
coach.
That's also like kind of field related. I thought you were talking about beyond cricket.
No. Beyond
cricket also.
I am not
He's been a
qualified
very
enough to speak
colourful
about it.
personality all throughout.
I
it.
really,
His
I
shirts
can't
are
comment.
colourful, I don't know.
Yes.
No, even personality.
Yeah, actually he
He's
is.
a travel buff also. He likes to travel a lot. So much that he joins meetings from where he's traveling from.
So if anybody is
Interview.
traveling, they will join meetings from where they are only.
No, not your job interviews. That was a job interview only.
Yeah, but they informed him much late.
Much late.
So he said, okay, what is the big deal?
Yeah, Mr. Shastri.
He got the job, na?
Yeah. That's why he was to get it. Now because the dates were also extended for him only. So you'll not do that for somebody you're not going to
No,
select.
at that time he didn't get the job.
No,
he
he
got
did
the job
get it.
after a year.
Kumble got it.
Yeah, after the year. Yeah.
Mr. Anil Kumble got it, yes.
But eventually he got the job.
Eventually he was the one.
Eventually.
Exactly.
That's what matters.
And there also he delayed the meeting. Then somebody had to leave the meeting because that person had to join some other meeting.
There was a bit of a
khichdi happened that
ego
time.
clash.
But what's really happening in the India A Australia A 4-day match?
Our predictions went right. I told you, Rahul.
I told you that he's going to open.
I told you that if he's going there's only one motivation to that.
But I think that's very unfair on Kumble.
Oh, very
It is.
poor guy.
It is very unfair.
Poor guy.
You
very-
cannot like really rotate him like this.
Yeah, you're
Sometimes
using
he
him
bad.
like a yo-yo. The
He's
bat
like
at
a
number
spinning
5,
top.
bat at number 4,
I
bat at
cannot
number
believe
It's
12,
unfair.
You can
bat
still
at
It's
number
say
2.
absolutely unfair.
Gulati said you can still say this. It's very funny to me. Very honestly. If you are still saying this. Then,
No.
This
No, if
is-
I am KL Rahul, rather than being grateful for the fact that I've got a chance to be with the Indian cricket team, I would rethink about my India future. Seriously, I would rethink about
as
it.
in you want to quit?
No, I would really want to rethink about a lot of things. Put my foot down in the front of the team management or the relevant stakeholders of the BCCI and just say that, boss, it cannot really happen like this every single time.
Where is the ground on which he can put the foot on?
And I don't.
What is the ground?
And I don't understand
How many cricketers have actually succeeded by batting at different positions in two or three different matches?
Just
How
tell
many
me-
times has
okay,
it
just
happened?
Tell me one. Yeah.
Then this is the ground that he has to,
But again, that ground is, your definition of a ground is different, na then? How can someone have a ground who after 53 tests has an average of 35?
Not
So,
even 35.
that is the problem, na? What is the definition of the ground by which he'll put his
And
foot
why
on?
will he open? I want to know why will he open? Abhimanyu Iswaran, why did you have him in the team then?
So tell me one thing. Okay, fine. You're talking about his average, this and that. Why should he? If a person is not doing great, does that mean he has no right to be hurt?
No.
If you're an average performer in your office, you're not the brightest, let's assume, any person. And if he's being exploited, doesn't that person have the right to say, this is wrong? You're putting me in night shift every
But
day.
he's not
I'm
being
doing night shift
exploited.
every time. I'm hypothetically. So you can't say, no, you're very average at your work.
No, sir.
So you do.
I'll just-
I'm
yeah.
giving you his argument.
I'm just-
He said that he feels bad for him and it is high time he puts his foot down. That means he raises his voice saying that don't shuffle me like a yo-yo, kabhi yahan, kabhi wahan. Don't do that. His argument is, he doesn't do anything. Look at his average.
Yeah, exactly.
He deserves
He's
to be
wrong. I'll tell you why.
No,
because
but
the same
my point
employee's
is-
job is being saved because see, he has two options then. Either do the job night shift every day or he would be taking
That's
out of
what
the job.
he is doing.
No,
That's what he is doing. He is doing his job.
It's
It's as simple as that.
That's the only way he can be in the
That's
job.
a very capitalist attitude.
No, it's better than not having a job. Then
Indian cricket is not
he has two
capitalist.
options. And every time, whatever, wherever
I would like to believe it's a bit socialist as well.
Okay.
Bit socialist. I mean, you have to look at okay. You haven't you had situation just now where you have treated, let's say, someone like an Ishan Kishan unfairly, where he felt that he was not being given a right treatment. You didn't treat him well. Did we not stand by Ishan Kishan? Did we say that no, he doesn't deserve to play his performance? That's another thing.
Yeah.
Which is another argument. We can have a debate about KL Rahul, his performances. We have criticized him here only. When he was dropped, I don't think anyone complained when he played, Sarfaraz played. All of that is there. So nobody is pushing saying that he is Don Bradman and so you can't tinker with this. Nobody is saying that. But I'm saying that here is a guy who's also trying to, make a career. And then if you keep shuffling him like that, is that fair? That's the question he's asking.
See,
No, firstly, Ishan Kishan, you talked about Ishan Kishan. Why was he unhappy? You remember the guy because of which he was unhappy?
Not
it was
that.
the
I
same
don't know.
person.
I don't know if it was
KL
the
Rahul
same.
only
No.
was parachuted into the team. Otherwise it was Ishan Kishan.
Please, that is conjecture. Don't say
No,
things
no,
you are
no.
100%
I'm
sure.
not sure
He
about
was
that.
unhappy. No.
He was unhappy
no.
because he was not being getting an opportunity to play.
No,
Who
so
got
it
an
was not.
opportunity
No,
to
this
play
is very
as a
unfair.
wicketkeeper?
No, do you know? Have you spoken to Ishan Kishan? Has you told you KL Rahul is the reason?
No. That's
So don't say things which we do not know. He was unhappy for various reasons. He himself has come out and said that there was a time where seniors were playing, then you said seniors need to play, the juniors were playing, where juniors were playing. Because you do not like KL Rahul, you cannot pin every blame on KL Rahul.
No, I'm not.
Has
Exactly.
Ishan Kishan come out and said that
No,
KL Rahul
no.
is the reason?
No.
You just said that it is
What?
because of KL. That's not the case. He said he needed a mental break at that time because he had been traveling with the team, and I agree with him. And while he was traveling, there were sometimes youngsters who got chances in front of him, sometimes seniors who were being persisted. Not everywhere was KL Rahul. KL Rahul may have taken his place in one or two places, but that's not the reason. No, right now you're saying that it's because of KL Rahul. That is, a direct allegation at a person, which even the person who's not said, even Ishan Kishan has not said. You are saying that it's because of KL Rahul.
I am not basing. I am not basing.
He had
my
issues
argument.
with the management at
He
that
was
time.
waiting for his opportunity
Correct.
till the time KS Bharat was playing. As soon as you dropped KS Bharat, it was turn of Ishan Kishan to play.
There was a time when KL Rahul was not even there in the team. He was out injured for 1 year. Even then, Kishan was not getting a chance. So KL Rahul is not the root cause that he's not playing.
Not the root
So
cause.
then, that everything cannot be pinpointed at a KL Rahul. No? If today you ask KL Rahul also, he would also feel that everyone else gets a longer rope. I got dropped in that test match. Now when tough conditions come, you may ask him to open the innings also.
See, I am not basing my opinion on what he might have done or what others might have done. No, it's a simple fact. Those numbers don't lie. 53 tests, average of 35. Okay, now if you have to compare it to the corporate parlance, because by his contributions, 53 of 35, you will all understand that he's been an average worker. He's chipped in when it was necessary, but most of the times, if you grade him, it will be an average grade. It's not an F grade, it is not an A plus grade, it's a seriously B, you may say an average B minus kind of a situation. In those kind of people, there is this.
For someone who's got hundreds overseas in places where a lot of people haven't gone, you give him B minus.
Because
When
unfortunately,
are those 100 going to keep him in the team?
I'm not saying that he should be in the team. I'm talking about the grade that he's given.
yeah, because
But the
see,
grades also change each year, right?
Yeah.
it changes, but then overall,
He
if I have to
got
look
good
at
grades
it,
when he got those centuries.
No, he did not.
He
What,
did not.
what,
There
has,
was-
what has happened this year? The last inning
I'll
that he
cite
played
your
before
own
he dropped, he got
example.
runs. He went to South Africa, he got runs.
I'll cite
If you're
your own
looking at his
example.
grades, he has higher grades than Virat Kohli, Rohit
in the
Sharma.
last 2-3 years,
Especially in
definitely.
overseas conditions.
I'll cite your own example. You say that KL Rahul hasn't performed in Australia, but he's got 100 in Sydney, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the overall,
15, right?
in 2015, yes, 9 years ago.
No,
Since then,
you
he's
know-
been a miserable failure in Australia. Let's make no bones about it. New Zealand, everybody's failed. So everybody's failed in New Zealand. South Africa and England, when you look at it, Kohli's had one good series out of 3. Rohit's had one good series. KL in 2 series has done well there.
He's
In
got a
Lord's
total
and
of
Oval.
4+ centuries in South
And
Africa and
because he's
England
done well in
combined.
South Africa, that doesn't mean he'll play here, nah.
No.
And
Nobody
he'll
is saying
make his
that.
place in
My
the team.
point, which is not, nobody is playing. He was dropped, as I said. We are mixing the thing.
Yeah.
He's dropped, it's fine. Nobody is arguing about that.
You see,
But then now, why suddenly would he open the innings when you see again? Is he an opener?
No, this is
he's
something
not.
that he doesn't have to answer. This is
But
something
that is what is he the coach of the team? Is he the
No,
captain
it's
of the
not
team?
about
Who
being
made him
coach.
open? Somebody has told him to
No,
open.
we also know he's being made to. How has the thing now suddenly changed 2 test matches back? You were changing Virat Kohli's number so that KL Rahul feels comfortable. Now suddenly you are ready to change KL Rahul's number.
That's what my
That's
point.
because
So
you
what
want
is
to give
it?
him more opportunities.
So you are firstly tell me one thing. Is it now agreed, because where you're getting at, that Rohit Sharma is missing the first test match? Is it confirmed?
Most likely.
But in your mind, though, it's confirmed. That's why you're saying he's going to.
Most likely.
So say
he's
it.
been looking. No, I'm not 100% sure if the personal reason doesn't coincide with the first test match. That's the only possibility that Rohit would play. Otherwise, Rohit Sharma is most likely not playing. That's why they're looking at a second.
So
option.
firstly, answer this question. Is that correct? Him not playing the test match?
it is. Rohit is not playing the first test.
I'd not say this with 100% surety, but
Even I feel it's all but confirmed.
yeah.
So you are saying that it is now, with the fact that KL Rahul came out to open in the
Yeah.
India game, it is a clear indication that Rohit Sharma is not playing.
80%, yeah.
You're saying 100. You're saying 100.
I'd say-
Okay, before I get to KL Rahul, are you guys all fine with that decision? Personal decision to
Yeah.
pull out of a test match?
No, again, I said this that day also. I feel that if he would have come for this, played this test match, it would have been a very great deal. It would have been a very big thing. We would have talked about it for many years to come. Like we talk about MS Dhoni, that who did not come back to India even after his daughter was born. So it would have been a bonus thing. But again, I'm not going to. I don't think it's going to be a demerit point in that sense, or I'm not going to question his commitment for the game, because even we have seen other players also do that. So when we didn't question them at that point, here also I think it's not right. But yeah,
Who didn't question? Didn't Virat get questioned when he came back?
I personally, I was okay with that decision. That's why I'm just
I
saying
thought
that.
he got a lot of flack for it.
He
Virat
did,
he
Kohli
did,
did
he
get a
did.
lot.
So for Rohit Sharma as well, I feel it's fine. But if you like, I'll just give an example in a corporate. If somebody is out of the way doing something else, if somebody is coming on their off days and doing something, that is definitely going to get them a bonus in the sense that, you know.
No, this is not the same comparison, my friend. We had Sunil Gavaskar on our platform only saying that, see, it is like saying, if I had to draw a comparison, if you want to the corporate, let's say you are a political journalist, you are allowed to take your leaves whenever you want, but it is the Lok Sabha elections and you have taken leave for personal reasons.
Or
It
a
is
World
that.
Cup final.
If you're a sports journalist during that time.
Yeah.
Let's say you can't help it, some people get married at that time, then what do? You have to take leave.
See, as far as
But I will ask you, why did you decide to get married at that time?
that is
Going
another can of worms also.
Just asking,
Yeah.
in general I'm saying, so you cannot do it at a time. That is the question that Sunil Gavaskar was asking, which is why I asked you guys. Are you okay with this thing? Because now it's almost certain, right? You
Yeah.
think KL Open is a clear indication that he's missing the first.
He is,
I
he is.
feel it's,
Look,
it's a very
By the way,
personal-
but I will just tell you one thing. By the way, if Rohit Sharma is to be playing that first test match and the second test match and the third, and meaning effectively saying he's not missing the series for personal reasons, that was to happen, then the first person whose throat I'm going to catch is this on my left.
Why?
Because if he's playing all series,
Yeah.
I know what you're hinting at, na. The fact is that Rohit Sharma is set to miss 1 or 2 test matches, so they're preparing KL Rahul for it, and the management knows about it, and the management wants to protect KL Rahul. That is why they're preparing this plan. But if that plan does not to happen, then your whole theory with which you're building these air castles, that it started because then it all comes
No,
down.
it's not just me. It's been doing this all
I'm
around.
so,
yeah.
but
But
you're
I just
the
my
one
fault.
who's saying it, no? Here, though it will
But
go down
I'm
as your
still
theory.
80 I'm just 80% sure about him not playing.
Arey,
They are
so-
100%.
But you are 100% sure that KL is made to open because they are preparing him to open.
Because they are 100% sure. Both of them.
Whatever, but Arey, you also have to be 100.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, why else will they be preparing KL? in
See,
your
okay,
mind?
everyone is
Because
saying
he will
that
get
why is it coming on
no.
radio?
Arre, tell me
Even
one
you were
thing.
saying
Arre,
it.
tell me one thing.
No, there is no other
Acha,
reason.
I'll make it simple for you. Okay, explain in detail to everyone. You have said that they are doing this to protect KL Rahul. This
Yeah.
opening. Please explain why you think that. Explain.
Because there
Full
is-
5 minutes to you.
No. I don't need 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
But the whole point of this is that because there are very high possibilities of Rohit Sharma not being available for the first test match, that's why there's somebody who will have to be the backup opener.
Yeah.
You had an Abhimanyu Easwaran in the side as a backup opener, but now suddenly sending KL Rahul before time so that he can be available for the India A game also. And there also he's opening. That very clearly means, because there were already many theories that when you go to Australia, to start with, it would be KL Rahul even ahead of a Sarfaraz. And I think to an extent, I do understand that because of the record that he has in overseas conditions. So that was fine. But to now send him and open, because as soon as you go to Australia and he has a bad couple of games, then suddenly you'll have to drop him. And then Sarfaraz will come into the side. But now when he opens, now like Gulati sir also mentioned, even you mentioned, that things are not being right for him. Then everyone can come and say this, na, that his position was so up. Then he'll get even more games when Rohit Sharma will come back. He'll come to the middle order, then 10 matches he'll need more to adjust to number 6 again.
Okay, so if I've understood you correctly, this is Shashwat's theory. He is convinced that the Indian team management knows, firstly, that Rohit is not going to play one thing. Then only you are preparing KL, right?
Yeah.
And so first step is that they know he's going to miss. Now, they have also got this in mind, that why allow an Abhimanyu Easwaran to play? We don't want an Abhimanyu. So there are people in the Indian management, whoever that will be, coach, captain, these are the people who will take a call, no?
Who are not confident with Abhimanyu.
So they don't want Abhimanyu. So they want KL Rahul to play. And guess what? His theory goes to a next level. Not only do they want KL Rahul to open and play, they also have in mind that if he fails as an opener there, he will be protected. We will be able to protect him, because then the narrative will be that, listen, you forced him to open, so we can save him there. In case we don't do this with him, then we will have to bat him in the middle order if we don't plan this way.
Yeah.
Middle order, as Shashwat is saying, he's going to fail in those 2 innings, then he'll have to be dropped, and we don't want KL Rahul to drop. I think right now, what Shashwat is telling, KL seems to be so loved
That is the case.
by
that is the case.
by the captain and coach, so loved that they have gone to the next level of planning that they have gone. I now begin to feel that if, because of personal reason, Rohit Sharma has to stay back, I believe if I was the BCCI president, I would tell KL Rahul, KL, we want Rohit to be back. He loves you so much and the management loves you so much. You just please tell him not to be there for his personal work. Come here and he will come, because they protect you so much.
No, but
that is
hasn't
what
this
you just
happened
told
before?
me. It has, but
In
the
South Africa, the same thing happened.
level of planning that is happening to save
No,
KL.
but in South Africa, the same. I don't know if this is how they have planned or not, but this is exactly what happened in the South Africa tour as well. First, he came back as a wicketkeeper, and after that, in the England series, you had Sarfaraz and everyone score runs. Then in the subsequent series, when KL Rahul made a comeback, he was supposed to come back just as a batter, and because he had scored runs as a wicketkeeper batter there, he came back and took the position of a normal batter. Then that, according to me, is not. I wouldn't say that it's a full master plan or something like that, but not less than that.
But
as
right
well.
now you have painted a
but
master
this is
plan.
very wrong.
So
very wrong.
I want to know who's the protector here? Like,
No,
who's the
it's-
person who makes these
I
plans
personally,
for KL?
I'll be very honest, till the time there was Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli, I always felt these are the 2 people who are there to protect him. But that's clearly not the case, because management there is definitely something in him.
No,
Some
so I'm
X factor in his
asking what
batting.
happened. Then what happened? Rahul Dravid was doing it.
No, everyone
Then
likes
Rahul Dravid
him.
is not
Even
there.
I like him a lot. The 1 innings that he played in the
No, so I want to know a
Bangladesh-
simple question. Who is this who has been making such master plans? So earlier you thought it was Virat Kohli. 'Cause
Virat
he
and
liked it.
Rohit.
Then you
Sorry,
thought
Ravi Shastri.
Ravi Shastri.
Yeah.
Then they are gone, but you still believe master plans are being made to
Yeah,
protect
I
him.
thought it
Then
was
it was
really-
Rahul Dravid,
Yeah,
Rohit
and
Sharma.
Rohit Sharma.
Now Rahul Dravid is also gone. Now there is Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir. So there has to be somebody out of them they've kept changing. Or is he loved universally?
loved universally.
And then maybe deserves it.
Yeah, that's what
Then he
I'm saying.
deserves
That's why I
it.
said it
Then
last
why
time.
complain about
There is
it?
definitely some X factor in his batting, but
Then
till the time
enough.
that's not coming out, because many managements have liked him. Not just many management, many experts, many people like his batting, and they still want to back him. So there's definitely some X factor in him, which I clearly cannot see.
No, but I find this very, see, if you have X factor, you can back a player.
Exactly.
But
Not for 50
I
matches.
find this like, this is inception level thinking. Now,
sir-
if I start him in middle order, he will fail, which I'm convinced. And then he will go out, he'll never be poor guy, he'll never be able to come back, Sarfraz will come back. So what do I have to do? Let's devise a plan. Rohit, you take a break. You miss out the first test. So I'm going to have KL to open.
No.
Because there he
Rohit
will
isn't missing
fail.
that,
Then,
right?
if he wants to come back, middle order slot will open because
Yeah.
Sarfraz will fail then.
But
You've been listening to too much of Donald Trump.
no,
I'm
but
telling you.
didn't that exactly happen when he came back as a wicketkeeper batter?
Well,
He got
look at the
injured again.
circumstances.
No, maybe Shashwat is right.
But what
Maybe
circumstances there? Then suddenly he got
You
injured.
mentioned one major word there.
What?
Injury.
Which
It
one.
changed
Then how
everything.
did he come back into the test setup as a wicketkeeper batter?
Okay, I'll tell him about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, tell
Okay.
me. Yeah, I want to know.
Who was your keeper in the WTC final of 2023?
Bharat.
Shrikar Bharat. Okay.
Yeah.
Immediately after that series, WTC final, there was a test tour of West Indies. You were not impressed with Shrikar Bharat, who had been your
Yeah.
keeper in the BGT also.
So
who did you go with? You went with Ishan Kishan.
There was
you
Ishan Kishan.
You handed him a debut. The point here is that KL Rahul made his way back into the Indian team because Ishan Kishan wasn't available, and just because you did not really.
No, South Africa too. Till that time, he was.
Ishan Kishan wasn't a part of
Yeah,
the South Africa tour.
yeah.
Ishan
He
Kishan
came
was.
back
Okay.
as a wicket. Then why didn't he remain a wicketkeeper batter?
Because
Because
he
Rishabh Pant was coming, and as soon as Rishabh Pant would have
No,
come, his place would not have been in the side.
only point KL Rahul played as a wicketkeeper batter in South African conditions because you knew that KL Rahul's batting ability was superior in comparison to a Shrikar Bharat. And that's why when you return to India for the England series, for the opening test, you had Bharat as your wicketkeeper batter. KL Rahul played as a proper batter at number 4, if I am not wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
Bharat did not really win you that match despite coming in at low order, and that's when you decided to have a certain Dhruv Jurel.
But then why did not he continue as a wicketkeeper batter?
Because he was injured. He got injured after the opening
after
test.
England.
No, I'm just
After England.
assumption. If you would not have scored runs in that South Africa tour, do you think he would have left the wicketkeeping?
But
slot?
again, what option? He scored runs. Now we can't say what if he had not scored. We can't give that assumption for one simple reason. KL Rahul, because his average is such a big discussion point amongst millions here in India, whatever is given to him, he has to follow the brief. Whatever is given to him. Management will tell him to open, he has to open.
And that in a way is
Management
hurting him.
has to play in the middle order, he has to play in the middle order. You have to make way, he has to make way.
These are opportunities that he's getting. If a middle order batter keeps on failing, you do not send him to open and try to set him there. If he's failing in the middle order, he's out of the middle order.
But
you
you
do
know
not
it
push
is-
him to some other number,
it is-
see where he's scoring runs, then he plays there for a while.
Look.
You send somebody else, you want to protect him for 2 games, with that Virat will come at number 3, Sarfaraz will come at number 4. Now suddenly how that dictator changes,
It
now
is,
you don't want to protect
it is
KL
not
Rahul.
new in Indian cricket. You want to
No,
know
but
one
why
major
don't you want
example?
to protect KL Rahul now?
No. I'll tell you.
You wanted to protect him in
There are
Bangalore.
2 other greater individuals who made a swap. I don't know. I don't think you may have seen the 2001 test. Nikhil and I know
You're talking
it.
about Australia?
India, Australia, Kolkata.
Lakshman
went
Dravid.
to 3, Dravid went to 6. But they performed. Performance is not coming from KL Rahul. As simple as that. 81, after that he had a 62 against Bangladesh. Great. 2 50s, but then if you look at it, after that what happened? That is the thing.
You tell me if you think that there is a bias in favor of KL Rahul, that he gets all these extra chances now also. So your opener, firstly let's look at opener. Hypothetically, and because you believe it's a plan being made because Rohit is not, who would you rather open with? Now look at it from the Indian team's point of view, okay? Forget whatever. You know all the records, you know everything. Who are you going to open with if Rohit is not available? Will you open with a KL Rahul or an Abhimanyu Ishwaran?
I'm going to open with Abhimanyu Ishwaran
Even
because
I'm
I'm
going
taking
to
him as my backup opener, and if he doesn't open with for me, then
How many
any which
runs
ways,
has he
you know,
got?
No runs, no big runs.
I
But
would
then
still
why
go
did
with
you
him.
include him in the side. You
Exactly.
should have included Ruturaj Gaikwad then.
How many runs
He did hit
did
100
Ruturaj
in that
Gaikwad
first
got?
unofficial
No,
test. Abhimanyu
again, not
Ishwaran.
too many runs. Yeah.
He did hit 100 in that first unofficial test at Mackay. Abhimanyu Ishwaran, along with the Devdutt Padikkal. Didn't he
No,
score?
he did.
those runs?
Abhimanyu Iswaran did. It was Dhruv Jurel, it was Devdutt Padikkal and Sai Sudarshan.
Sai Sudarshan.
Sai Sudarshan
Okay.
got it.
So
Not
Sai Sudarshan and
Abhimanyu
Devdutt
Iswaran
Padikkal.
hasn't.
Now, as far as backup openers are concerned, both have failed.
Yeah.
In both test matches, they have
Yeah.
failed, isn't it? Abhimanyu Ishwaran, for all that he's done in the A tours and the first class tour, he was there even in the Bangladesh series in 2022. But even then, did he get a chance? No. When he was doing
He was
well,
in England also, you did not give him a chance there also.
when you don't give a chance to a player, okay, when Abhimanyu Ishwaran, as peak Abhimanyu Ishwaran was not getting a chance when he was scoring runs,
Yeah.
how do you expect Abhimanyu Ishwaran, who's not performing now in the two unofficial tours, to get a chance? Because you're saying you're going to make him debut in Optus against a bowling
Why
attack
did you keep him in the side?
in case someone's injured.
Okay, just injured? Now, injured or not available, right?
We don't know.
He's
We don't
not
know
available,
Rohit Sharma. We are all stating 100% he's missing
No,
Optus.
so I'm saying if he is missing the
Yeah,
test, straight
assuming that
question.
we're talking.
I'm opening with KL Rahul. He's got experience in opening.
I'm just taking out Abhimanyu Iswaran out of the equation. Imagine you do not have any backup opener in the side. Who are you more comfortable to open with?
Arey,
Shubman Gill
listen
or
to me,
KL Rahul?
Listen to me, no. Yes, because you have taken him as a backup
Yeah.
opener and all of that, because KL Rahul is going in the middle order. But if you get a chance, I'm asking you, there is no hard and fast rule. For example, if a third spinner was to play in the India-New Zealand series, and if Kuldeep developed this mysterious injury long term, then Akshar Patel should have played, ideally.
Yeah.
But did Akshar Patel play?
No.
They got
It was
Washington
Sundar.
Sundar. He did well, right? My point is, you have in your mind, that's why I asked, but there's no hard and fast rule as to who will play. I'm asking you in your mind who you think can be more successful. In his
Shubman
mind,
Gill
it's
then-
in his mind it is Ishwaran.
Yeah.
Okay, but in his mind it's KL Rahul. The Indian team will also take a call like that. There is no fixed rule as
No,
such.
but
See,
what I'm
you
trying
have-
to say, I'm just talking about the
you
bias
have,
here.
You have no. 1 second. You have taken all these players there. Does not mean that you cannot fit in a player X, Y, Z. If Indian team takes a squad and there is a member, whatever, 15-member squad. If you have taken hypothetically, if Sarfraz was starting ahead of a KL Rahul, and on the eve of the match, somebody got injured, and if they had KL Rahul as a backup, it's the team's wish. It will be the captain and the coach's decision to either play KL Rahul or Ishwaran. Both, I'm saying, opinions can change. You can go with Ishwaran, I can go with KL Rahul. But it's based on their decision as two players that they have to choose from. It's not something they're not getting, it's not like getting Siraj as the night watchman, which we are all debating on. I'm just saying, there is a choice. If you were captain, maybe, as you mentioned, you would have played an Abhimanyu Ishwaran. Maybe if he was captain, he would have played KL Rahul. You have the option of playing it. The problem is why you take an extra batter or a extra opener, multiple opener, is that if KL was starting ahead of a Sarfraz, which is a possibility as well, right? And then one of your opener is not available on the eve of the game, then probably because you will have no other option, you will go with an Ishwaran to start. That is when you made the squad. That is what the decision. Right now, I am not saying there is any right or wrong answer. You are right if you want to start with Ishwaran. Somebody wants to start with KL. I don't see either of the answers being grossly wrong.
I totally understand what you're saying, and I get that, and I understand that okay, the team has those options, they feel more confident with the KL Rahul. But why is there just the option of KL Rahul then? Why not Shubman Gill? Because if you don't have an opener, the best suited person to that, who has even scored runs over there, is Shubman Gill. But why you will not send Shubman Gill to open the innings is because he's set at number 3, he has scored runs. So his position is already there, you will not change that. It's only because KL Rahul is not getting runs in the middle order, you have to slot him in somewhere else. That is the reason.
No,
Yeah,
I think if you ask,
if you would have gotten a
that's
100
an
over here, would
assumption.
have been an option to open over here?
Maybe they would
No,
have.
no, no,
maybe
no, no,
they
no.
would have.
Then why not
I
Shubman
think.
Gill?
I think you're looking at a glass half full, glass empty. I think it is unfair on KL Rahul that you
Absolutely.
keep pushing him. If I was probably, you're assuming. Maybe if you ask KL Rahul, he would say that, listen, no, I want to fight for that slot that is between Sarfraz and this, because I think there is a good chance. Right now, let me ask a different question. That was about the opening. Let's say there will be a decision that will have to be taken between a Sarfraz and a KL Rahul also, who starts, assuming Rohit Sharma is playing the first match, right? There will be an 11, right? You will be guaranteed that a Rohit or a Yashasvi are going to open. So number 3 will be Gill, Virat Kohli, so on and so forth, Pant. You will have to take a call between Sarfaraz and KL Rahul. Now tell me who are you going to start with in your middle order?
I would go with Sarfaraz Khan. He scored a 150 a couple of test matches ago.
I also had failures after
Yeah,
that.
also had failures, but then I think I would still give him one more chance in Perth, different conditions. He likes the ball coming onto the bat. That's where if he does well, he continues. If he fails, you go back to KL Rahul.
Okay.
I would go with Sarfaraz too. I think you need to give him a bit of a longer rope.
Yeah.
But it won't be, if I have to give my other left field selection, I'll play Jurel only as a batter. Not pick Sarfaraz, I'll pick Jurel as a batter only for that position.
So both are sitting out now for
Yeah.
you. Sarfaraz and KL both. You're going with Jurel. No, I'll come to Jurel a little later.
Yeah.
That's another third option.
I'd go with KL Rahul in the middle.
You'll
order.
start. So as I said, now you're seeing different opinions really emerge, right?
Yeah.
Between KL. Now my point is, if I'm KL Rahul, what would I rather want? I would rather gamble being in that middle order, a position that might suit me as well, where I may get run, where I've been pushed, or would you rather want to go as an opener? Maybe if you asked him, ki, your wish, KL, I'm giving you the full power, you decide. There's a good possibility he says, I'll just want to be middle order batter.
No.
Maybe you're looking at it differently. Maybe it's the team management because they know Rohit is going to miss out and may have more faith in him than Ishwaran. Again, I'm not saying right or wrong, that they're asking him to do. So it's not that, I'm going back to your theory. So it's not that they're trying to protect him and there is a bed of roses that is being created for KL Rahul. Why don't we look at it differently? Maybe they are putting him in a spot in which he doesn't want to be, but at the moment he finds it tough to say no.
Then why?
Look,
Then I don't
it'll solve
understand
two things.
why not Shubman Gill in that list too?
It'll solve two
because
things.
he's somebody who's more.
No.
Maybe
he's more
Shubman Gill is more courageous, and he was, who went and said, no, I don't want to open. I want to be there. Maybe KL is not courageous enough to
You
say
know
the
what
whole
will happen?
point over here is that KL Rahul, this game would not do any harm to him. It's just a bonus game. It's going to be a bonus game
How
for
will
him.
it not do any
I'll
harm?
tell you why.
We will all forget what the batting position is.
No,
You will
no.
take out
We'll take
32
the
average,
yeah.
30 average
No,
if
but
he fails.
Just in the
if he
terms
fails.
of, I'll just tell you, as far
Nobody,
as the game
you
is
tell
concerned.
me, 1 second, when we are, the average, when everyone is taking out his average, that 35 below, whatever, nobody is looking at the batting position as such. Everyone is taken
but
out
that gets
overall
balanced
average.
out, na?
So that's what I'm saying. If he, see, this is next level. If he fails, he will find it tough then to even get middle order. Trust me what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If he gets runs, he will. Nobody will see. I'll tell you, best case example is Hanuma Vihari.
Yeah.
Nobody saw that he sacrificed. Everyone counted those tough conditions. Nobody had to send him to open. After that, just forgot about
And
him.
Yes.
This is very.
He played after
the
that
setup,
also,
yes.
Vihari.
But overall, I'm saying no. He scored runs also
scored
after
runs.
that. But then we've sat in averages. He's the one who drew the test match
In
for you.
Sydney.
Yeah.
But people forget 2-3 losses were that opening. It's a combine. Nobody looks at
Hanuma
batting.
Vihari is the perfect example, was asked to open in a tough situation
Yeah.
in
England.
Melbourne and in Sydney.
too.
England he started in number 5, but he was asked to open in the
Opened there
tough
also, yeah.
Australia conditions. He was asked to open there. Next tour of Australia, he's at number 5, saving you a test match. What KL Rahul's situation will be, ideally, he's placing a big gamble. I will open in Perth. Supposing if my gamble pays off, I score a very good 100. It even fulfills my criteria that I can be picked even in the middle order when Rohit Sharma
No,
comes back.
all I want to
Okay.
know is then why shouldn't I, when I don't have to go with my backup opener and he's just a backup opener, I can go with the options that have opened in my team as well. I'd go with Shubman Gill.
Why are you complicating a situation which is already complicated?
It's not- I'm not complicating
but
it
Shubman
anything.
Gill himself doesn't want to open. He
He
said it.
sacrificed it for Ishan.
Maybe.
Ishan.
But no,
And maybe
but
Shubman Gill
exactly
is
what
that-
I'm trying
that-
to say.
No,
No, I'll
you're-
tell you why. You are saying exactly what I'm trying to get to. He has the courage to go and say that. The only reason over there is that his place is assured at number 3.
Correct.
KL Rahul's place in the middle order is not assured.
Correct.
That's why he can do anything.
Correct. No, he cannot do. So that's what I'm saying.
That's why he has to do everything.
Exactly my
Yeah,
point.
but the team management can give those opportunities. Again, KL Rahul isn't
Arey,
somebody
you just
who
answered your
assures
own
as-
question.
assured as a
You answered
opener.
your own question. Exactly my point. His position is not guaranteed, so he will go. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's not unfair.
What you're,
And
no,
then why are you giving
are
him more
making-
opportunities?
You are making it sound like it is. The whole thing is, the whole Indian team is running to make KL Rahul comfortable. You're making it sound like that. It's not. I'm saying it's the exact opposite. He is in a very uncomfortable position where right now you tell him to do anything, he'll do. If he was that important, no, that's what I'm trying to say. He was so important, he was so assured. Today, Gill is assured. I agree with you. Indian team will bend their
Bend over backward.
thinking for Gill if he says no, because he's important to them. He's getting runs. You want him at 3. You made him comfortable here. KL Rahul does not get that courtesy. He will be told that here is a chance, it's opening up, we think you can get runs between Ishwar and I'm not saying right or wrong. Somebody picked Ishwar, so maybe the management thinks that he can get runs because he has overseas opening. No, I think between the two you have to get runs. Maybe in his ideal mind, for him also I'm saying, best time is no, I'll sit back. I have been made, middle order I've been playing, I've been made to sit out. I have seen a few failure of Sarfaraz, that slot might open up. I will wait for that slot because then I may get another extended run. You send him to open, I'm thinking from his point of view, he is a bit nervous because now I'm not getting the slot that I want. I fail there and let's say Sarfaraz also won't fail. You know next thing what will happen? KL will not come back to that slot. Jurel will play.
Yes.
So if I am KL, I wouldn't want it. But KL does not have the bargaining power now. He cannot. Gill can. Everyone else can. KL Rahul cannot. Indian cricket is not running around to save him.
Exactly.
That takes me to the next question. Jurel looked outstanding amidst your rest of your batters.
Yep.
The Ishwarans, the KL Rahuls,
Pardikal.
the Sai Sudarshans, though he got runs in the previous game. Ruturaj Gaikwad has been having a terrible time.
Yes. It is.
Terrible time.
Jurel actually did what the Indian batters should have done in the New Zealand series. Showed temperament.
He, by the way, showed temperament even in that England series.
Yeah, he did.
And this is why I come back to that point. If you remember in the New Zealand series, I kept saying that Jurel must also be cursing himself that why is he a wicket keeper? Because you're looking at him as a wicket keeper. If he had just come in as a pure batter, he would be in line. We wouldn't be talking KL Rahul versus Sarfaraz this entire debate. Jurel would have said, I'm also a batter. We would have looked at him like batter. Somehow, because he's a wicket keeper, we are thinking, oh, Pant starts, so he has to wait because Pant is so much more better right now. But look at him as a batter.
Yeah, as a bat.
Why not?
Magnificent.
Yeah, he's been retained for a reason.
Yes.
Rajasthan Royals have,
You know, see.
yeah, but they
But yeah,
see
he
that
looks-
caliber
he's
in
definitely
him. No,
solid.
no, because a lot of people question at that price. No,
Yeah.
but he is
I
showing.
mean, see, he tackled everything well. There was Michael Neser and Scott Boland really bowling well on those conditions in the MCG. And we know Boland is an MCG specialist.
By the way, Boland warned he's going to trouble KL Rahul.
And he did.
And he
First
did.
ball.
He did. Yes.
He is walking the talk. Boland, my man, said it before the match.
Yep.
Australia now suddenly, as we are getting closer to the series, everything is starting to fall in place for them. Their opening slot is almost.
Although we don't know. See,
I
it
think
could
Max
be-
Sweeney, I think it's
Yeah.
now certain.
They're probably
again,
going to go
see,
with
there
that.
is
Yeah,
a
yeah. I think
tussle
it's now-
between Marcus Harris, who's
No,
like
no,
the
no,
KL
no.
Rahul of Australia at this point because he's gotten chances, but he's never capitalized on it. But would you try?
Max Sweeney, I think.
See,
now that's going
Constas
to be-
played in the 2024
Here
Under-19
he's
World
playing
Cup.
at number 4.
He had middling success, Sam Constas.
No, I think Max Sweeney being the season campaigner, again, same thing, middle order batter. I was not expecting this to happen, that they would see him as the opener, but because in this game now he's opened, I think it's
Although,
all but
McSweeney is a
nobody
good
else.
off-spin option. He did get Jurel out, a part-timer. So,
Also the captain.
yeah, but
Part-time off spinners
You know,
do
India.
well.
do well,
We
exactly.
can find in Delhi
See,
also.
you got three.
Local
clubs.
club cricket.
You got three spinners in the Australian side. If you get Nathan McSweeney.
RP Academy.
Gargi.
You have Travis Head.
Four then.
4 then, yeah.
You're four. If you include Nathan McSweeney, you've got four spinners then. So, you got a Labuschagne, you got a Lyon, you got a Head. You're Nathan McSweeney.
I think he'll only open. Who else?
Let's see. I mean, it could be Constas for all, or it could be a Marcus Harris. They'll go back to that season pro hit again.
Okay, so we were going to discuss a lot about, India-Australia mind games, but we'll leave that for another episode. Having said that, I want to touch upon, because we spoke a lot about India A, this incident that happened in the India A game, the previous game, where, there was earlier ball tampering charges. Cricket Australia withdrew that, the conversation went viral, so on and so forth. Those things happened, but now David Warner has come out, and big ups to David Warner for coming out and saying what it is, because at that time it did look like that it was a storm in a teacup, but I thought that Australians were beginning to do what they do, turn nasty before every tour, and build up, and I think they're doing it. So good on an Australian in David Warner, who's actually come out and said the match referee should be coming out and addressing his own staff, which are the umpires. So he is absolutely right. Just for those of you who did not know, there was a match that was happening, and on that fourth day, I think that was, that the ball was changed. The Indian players were given a different ball. And the Indian players were not happy with the ball that was given. Now it's come out in the open, they were not happy with the condition of the ball. They replaced the ball. And when Ishan Kishan and company objected that why have you replaced this ball, they were told that because you guys were, and this is the umpire on record saying you guys were scratching it, tampered with it. But now Cricket Australia is saying there is no tampering. So if there was no tampering, first question, why was that ball changed? First question. Why was that ball changed? If Cricket Australia themselves are saying there was no tampering. Secondly, this has happened before. There was no need to change the ball. You've changed the ball because you thought that it wasn't a great condition. The fielding team also should have the right. The fielding team was not happy because what Ishan Kishan and all are saying, that the ball was of a certain condition. The one that you changed was of completely different condition. How can you do that? You have to change the ball which is looking similar to that. You changed a completely different ball. And I'm sorry, even the umpire seemed rather obnoxious in his comments. Sean Craig initially says, when you scratch it, we change the ball. No more discussion. Let's play. This is not a discussion. But why not? The players are entitled to ask whatever they want to. This is what, Sheikh Khan said. And then Ishan Kishan, so we have to play with this ball. He said, you are playing with that ball only. In like no questions asked. It's like a headmaster behaving with kids, and this is his. He also forgets that other than being professional cricketers, they are also big time cricket superstars. You may like it or not, but they are.
I mean,
Whatever
Aussie umpires and obnoxious behavior. When have we got that?
Exactly my point. And eventually, Ishan Kishan said that that's a stupid decision, and I completely don't disagree with him. And he said, you mind yourself, and so on and so forth. So, firstly, obnoxious behaving by the umpire. Good on Ishan Kishan to have, said. In fact, I would have liked to have him hold his ground. Yeah. It's not the first time. You're right.
Yeah.
Australian umpire starting from Gavaskar. No, start from Gavaskar.
Yes.
Given out, bat and pad.
MCG.
Bat and pad given out.
Yeah.
And the umpires wouldn't.
I mean, Darrell Hare and Ross Emerson will also tell you, we also redefined that school of obnoxious. Yeah. I mean, Ross Emerson in Adelaide against Muralidharan.
Very arrogant again. Yeah. Very, very arrogant against Murali. That's one thing to warn him, but the way they took those calls.
And Darrell has knee-jerk reaction against Pakistan at the Oval.
Yes.
Where he gave the chance to the fielding team without even telling Pakistan, look, you have the decision, you change the ball. Which meant that he was accusing Pakistan directly in front of everybody. Cheating. Direct, blatant cheating. That's why Inzamam staged that walkout at the Oval.
I feel that Cricket Australia realized that they are going to land themselves in the soup. So quickly sent a press release out saying that this is not ball tampering, because they knew that it is. But I'm a bit surprised. I would have wanted BCCI to take note of this and really gone it. It's taken a Australian cricketer in David Warner, who's also kind of half Indian with the amount of reels that he makes here, to come out and say
his daughter's name is.
No, but it is once bitten, twice shy for David Warner, isn't it? Especially when you're
biting
looking
and
at
ball tampering, we should not talk about both the things together.
It's not ironic. See, he got what he had to in that ball tampering scandal at Newland. So, basically, when you look at it, see, that was 6 years ago. But anyway, why are we taking this holier than thou attitude over ball tampering? I mean, honestly,
this true?
When South Africa do it on a consistent basis, when Pakistan does it on a consistent basis, why are we just signaling out the Aussies? The English do it. Why not?
No, that's another debate altogether. I'm just sticking to what we just witnessed here. Talking about David Warner and him being Indian, there he's put a Chhat Puja ka post, David Warner, that you can see.
Which you have to check. Yeah, I mean, it's
great.
No,
it's his Instagram.
It's Instagram. Okay. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it is the second last day of Chhat. Today's one auspicious day. Tomorrow is the auspicious.
I want to know, is this a preamble, a sort of what Sean Craig, the Australian umpire, has done in the A game? Usually Australians start warming up before a tour and start becoming this obnoxious.
Interesting.
Is it that?
But most of them are not even there for the.
No, but you
See, we don't know if
create things like that, heated.
Yeah.
Just heating it up.
It starts from
already.
here only. It starts from here. They're not. Who do you think they're former players and come and say 4-0 and all? It's not really
Yeah,
cricket.
yeah.
So it starts with this.
No, but umpire, no former
This
players, I
intimidation
understand.
starts from here only.
Umpires will also do it.
Of course. In
Everyone.
Australia, everybody gets
Everyone.
involved.
It starts from there. The intimidation tactics start from everywhere.
Exactly. Right from your local A game to all the way until you reach the venues. It's intimidation all along. That's why winning in Australia and winning in India is so difficult. India more likely because of the conditions. Australia, it's conditions plus that intimidation factor outside.
Even though he was not an Australian umpire, the Perth Test, the Sydney Test match,
Steve
with
Buckner
Steve
and Mark
Buckner,
Benson.
terrible.
Terrible. yeah.
Absolutely.
Something about Australia that really does these kind of things, you know.
Terrible.
Especially umpiring. So-
Now anyway, Ricky Ponting and co have started 3-1 and predictions and everything has started. It's all part of a plan.
It is.
Starts with this only.
Has Glenn McGrath given a prediction?
5-0.
McGrath said final.
I'm sure it will be fine.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, he's gotten his prediction wrong most of the time. So
Okay, let's take a few questions now. Rakesh Bhushan. Few years we had cupboard full of fast bowlers. Now all of a sudden we have bare cupboard, barring Bumrah, all are rookies. Shami with injury out, Umesh Yadav, Ishant Sharma, both one experience, but they lost their way. Rakesh Bhushan, but I will only tell you one thing. And this is interesting because you bring this about, Ricky Ponting has also said this, that are Indian bowlers, they can't take 20 wickets and so on and so forth. We'll discuss that later. My only point is, what was India's bowling attack last time around?
Exactly.
Because
They were
somebody
made
needs to
on the-
tell
yeah.
Ricky Ponting and Australia, they still took 20 wickets. It was the Australian bowling lineup that after Adelaide was struggling to get 20 wickets. They didn't get it in Sydney, they did not get it in Gabba also.
even Melbourne, they didn't get it in
Yeah,
Melbourne also.
so I mean, it's very easy to say these kind of things. That's why I tell you, take what Australians say with a bag full of salt.
Yeah.
Somebody tell them that we had debutants playing those series, which you had not even heard of that. Some of those names, a lot of Australian players wouldn't even be able to pronounce, but they got wickets.
Yeah.
Done, dusted.
One more injury, Karthik Tyagi would have made his
It was
debut.
only Karthik Tyagi and Kuldeep Yadav who did not play on that tour.
So,
So Rakesh Bhushan again is saying.
you know, I give you an example. It's much like when you give good juicy pitches now. Just like in India, we used to don't prepare turning tracks because you'll make their average spinners look good.
Yeah.
Your spinners are good. Same thing happens there. You prepare nice, bouncy, fast bowling tracks. You bring your pacers may be good, but you bring the opposition pacer, even if they're not good, even if they're not the Shami, Bumrah standard, they come into play.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
where
mean,
you
Indian
go.
pacer was
But-
average. No Indian pacer.
No,
Yeah.
not average as in the attack,
But not
pace attack. That
yeah.
time Siraj was 2 test matches
Yeah.
old, not Rajan making
Navdeep Saini
debut.
was 1 test old.
So come on, they were not.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Well
it
known.
is typical Australian conditions that you. Gabba, they won't alter the thing because their pacers will come into the thing. It's their batters who failed. The entire 2020, 2021, even 2018-19 was not because the bowlers failed. The batters failed.
Yeah.
Rakesh Bhushan is saying, why the whole universe is hell bent on fitting KL in various positions? Who in BCCI is benefiting? Abhimanyu has proven in domestic, we blow trumpet on playing domestic matches, dual standard is it? Shashwat will answer this question.
I totally agree with that.
So answer it. Now who is benefiting is asking.
No. Nobody, see again, Rakesh Bhushan, I used to feel that it's just Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli till a very long time who are really such big fans of KL Rahul. But management's changed, everything changed, the systems in Indian cricket changed.
You're saying the universe loves him.
No, I'm getting to that.
Puri
The thing with the being consistent with players and all of that started, but love for KL Rahul never changed.
So
there's definitely something in him. There's some X factor in him.
There
Just
is
like
nothing.
Sanju Samson, both of them are same for me. Sanju and
But Sanju doesn't get
Sanju's
this
in
much
the other
love
end of the
now.
but he
spectrum.
gets opportunities in the white ball format.
Where?
No.
When?
Not as many as KL Rahul, I agree. But
Thank you.
more or
But
less
then
the
see,
same.
comparing, that's where it's flawed. Comparing KL and Sanju, no, can't be done.
No, not
That's a
those
bad
many.
comparison.
Very
Not
bad
that-
comparison.
No, I'm just talking about in that sense.
There is nothing called love. No one's benefiting out of anything. And please, We are blowing trumpet on domestic cricket, not us. We say that domestic cricket isn't the magic potion for Indian cricket because of what your troubles are.
No,
Your
but
troubles
why
are far
did you-
more deep-rooted.
What has it poor Abhimanyu Easwaran?
What has poor Priyank Panchal done wrong?
Priyank Panchal passed his prime now.
Okay, but he's still
Even
scoring
Abhimanyu
runs.
Easwaran.
So, same argument. Past
Even
your
he is.
prime.
He
If
is
you're
also.
not considered, not considered. Boss, unfortunate.
Arre, then no,
What wrong
keep
did
him on the
Amol
side.
Sundar do?
Then
What
don't
wrong did
keep-
Prithvi Shaw do?
Then she said, don't keep him in the side. I to said that keep Rituraj Gaikwad.
Okay, but where has Rituraj performed in red ball? He's a white ball player.
But then you needed a backup opener, na, in that
Again,
sense.
it's the same thing. We needed backups to a backups to a backups. It's like you're trying to go into a crowded general compartment. You are hanging on by the skin of your teeth, and then you slip. Everybody else will barge in.
Train
That's how it
examples.
is. Of course.
And train examples.
Of course, I have to give the train example.
Nobody loves Suresh Iyer, everyone loves.
Shreyas Iyer, 233.
Yeah, against Odisha at BKC. Yeah. From before in New Zealand, what? BKC Bandra Kurla complex, my friend. Rahul Java. From before in New Zealand series, I have been sending just one super chat. Play Jurel. Jurel is a super player. KL, Jaiswal, Gill, Virat, Pant, Jurel, Reddy, Ash, Bumrah, Akashdeep, Siraj.
No,
Sarfaraz.
Jadeja. No,
No
Jadeja. Yeah. Okay.
No Sarfaraz, please. So he's getting this campaign.
But I'm also a Jurel fan. He
Yeah,
looked
who
too
isn't
good.
a Jurel
Too
fan?
good.
Yeah.
Too good.
These are born for the.
Yeah. Gave a salute to his father, if you remember.
Yeah.
In our conclave session.
Yes, he did. Anurag Singh, Mukesh on juicy Australian wickets? No.
Mukesh
No,
in
no.
Adelaide.
I agree with him.
Mukesh only
Mukesh
can
in
be
Adelaide.
successful in Australia.
Mukesh
Wrong.
will.
Mukesh can be successful in England.
No,
Yeah.
not even in Australia.
But he can. I think he can.
Yeah.
He can. I think. Yeah, come on, yaar. He's also a domestic war horse.
Yeah.
Just as we back the batters. Yes, he didn't have a great time recently, but
He had many wickets in the first game as well.
He took a 6-wicket.
Yeah, 6 wicket.
yeah.
Mukesh in Adelaide. He must play there.
He's just like Shardul
See,
Thakur.
Shami is not coming.
He's
That's
not
for
coming,
sure.
yes.
Siraj has not been in great form.
Akashdeep.
So there's Jasprit Bumrah and then you have Akashdeep.
These are your three. Akashdeep, Siraj, Bumrah, irrespective of form. or not.
No, you can look at Mukesh instead of Siraj if things don't go your way.
Although in the ping ball test in 2020, I think you played two spinners.
But
You
Mukesh,
played Chandu and
but
Ashwin.
Mukesh is not in the team now.
Oh, he's into the team.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's
No, they will have few changes in the team.
Ah.
No, you don't worry.
see if you
Some
get
injuries will
a
happen.
see
some.
you're
People will
enabling
ask to
more
stay back.
pacers.
People will be asked to stay back.
Where? In the hotel?
Jadeja was
Yes.
injured for that first
A lot
test.
of
You
these
played
A
4
guys will be
bowlers,
asked to stay
3
back.
pacers and
that's
1
the
spinner.
definitely.
That's what.
Bumrah,
Shreyas Iyer,
Shami,
where-
Umesh, Shami, hand injury, and then Ashwin.
Back-to-back centuries.
Shreyas Iyer.
Harshit Rana for Perth.
Harshit Rana,
Yeah.
red ball cricket again, just too soon according to me.
He did well, yeah, in
Ranji Trophy.
Dulip.
One-
also.
Dulip Trophy.
also.
Dulip Trophy.
Did
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Rahul Java, give chance to Sarfaraz. Are you guys crazy? 150 was a fluke. Looked so bad, and Australia he'll struggle. BGT is not a place to experiment. Common sense. Jurel won his England series. Come on, man.
Okay, Gulati will answer this on Sarfraz.
Give chance to Sarfaraz. Are you guys mad? I think I would still give.
He's read the question. You have to
Yeah.
answer.
I'm saying that only. So I'm going to give chance to Sarfaraz based on what he did a couple of test matches ago. You cannot really just take those couple of failures into consideration and then be like, okay, boss, we're going to drop him
KL Rahul
for the
disagree.
Australia series. Yeah, let's just stick to Sarfaraz for one more match, and if he doesn't score, then
One
you can
more.
probably.
One more.
That's what I said earlier. Also,
Just one more.
let's look at him for
The
per
people have
test.
played 50-50 test matches.
Again, see.
Why just one more test
Okay,
match for him?
50 tests. Look at the time span.
Which he said he has
10 years.
not even he's played.
That means per
one,
year,
two,
5 years. 5 tests he's
2
played.
there, 3, 4. 4 test matches he's played, Sarfaraz.
KL plays only 5 tests in a year.
Did we say Indian team plays 7-8 test matches a year?
What? More than that.
7-8. No, when PGT they are not, but generally it's averages. We took out that average that day, na? It was 7-8. The average
But,
for the Virat
but
100.
overall, in this WTC cycle, look at it for 4 years. They have played 10 to 11 tests on an average.
6 test matches for
6
Sarfaraz.
tests. So he's already played more tests than what KL will play every year. 5 tests in a year. 10 years he's been there. 10 years. Something to consider. Ambar Kumar is like saying, Deja vu for Ishan. Whenever he comes back and performs, KL makes wildcard entry, be it 2022 World Cup, 2023 Asia Cup, South Africa tests. Ishan has the tempo of performing under pressure. Does he? Under pressure, Ishan Kishan.
We are yet to see that in
He
red
is
ball
being dropped
cricket.
from this match also, no? A game.
Yeah, he has been dropped.
He's been dropped.
Jurel has come in.
Yes.
But he is very far behind now in pecking order.
He used to score 100 in Asia Cup. Even
After coming back.
Ishan Kishan will take time.
Rahul.
He has to.
Rahul, these
he
5,
has to
600 I've
start
been
with.
listening to for 10 years now.
Because he's played for that long.
I watched KL Rahul for the first time with long hair. He came in Australia, one match he got a duck, then a century.
He
Since
got a
then I've
duck
watched
and
him.
a
MCG
three.
and
And I
SCG.
remember 4 centuries of his. One in England where he had with Rishabh Pant.
That's 9 years ago only. 10 kahan se hoga?
2014 December.
Saurav Mukherjee. Fun fact, Virat Kohli only had 7 centuries when he came to bat within 20 overs of a test match and none of them in the last 5 years. He's a decent test player.
By the way, there is one stat doing the round. From now onwards, Virat is going to perform brilliantly.
Yeah.
How's
I've
that?
also seen that.
What's that stat?
That but Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is back.
Donald Trump.
When Donald Trump was in office, Kohli had his best years.
Yeah.
And when he didn't, Kohli had his worst
Yeah, I've
years.
seen the same.
So, the Donald's back. So,
the
Virat will do well.
Donald Trump is back.
They call him
No,
the
by the
Donald.
way, this one, Ricky Ponting was asked who would get more runs between from India and
Yeah, yeah.
Australia. He picked Steve Smith from Australia, and he didn't pick Virat Kohli. He picked Rishabh Pant. My
Yes.
question to everyone is Rishabh Pant going to PBKS?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're either PBKS or RCB. That's where.
Or in
You're
the
warming him up. No, you are saying
but-
the highest run scorer. Just now in Australia they've made Virat the greatest to have
Yeah,
come or
yeah.
something like that.
No, the people.
But he asked who will get the most runs. He's picked Rishabh
No, but
Pant.
Ricky Ponting, whoever he criticized, he picks them. Prithvi Shaw, he criticized. He picked Prithvi Shaw.
Man, Prithvi
So
Shaw.
you're saying because he's not criticizing Rishabh, you won't pick him?
Yeah.
Come on.
I feel that there's a 60% chance that he's going to PBKS, 30% RCB and 10% CSK.
No. By reverse, RCB.
And I'm saying
CSK.
BBKS number 1 because of the money that they have.
No,
No,
I think
DC retention.
No.
No, DC
I don't
to
think that's
a year.
happening.
90%
Mostly he's coming back home.
बाकी का 10 में अपना
Okay.
Pranav Dangi is like saying, taking a medium pacer less than 85 miles per hour average pace to Australia as a test pick these days is just a waste of time. Barring Neil Wagner, most have just been
No, I
smashed.
just gave examples here at the start of our discussion.
I mean, if,
Natarajan?
Nataraj.
yeah. I mean, if you look at it in the pink ball test matches, Tim Southee, Trent Bolt have always
Shardul?
Shardul. Yes.
Made
Come
his
on.
debut there.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Siraj is 85 plus. That's
Yeah.
yeah, he is 85 miles plus, no? Siraj, yeah. Yeah, Mukesh, okay, but you can try him, but
No,
it'll be
he
risky.
can get something out of that wicket. I'm ready because he's a seam.
Well, Akashdeep isn't that quick, but I see him doing well.
No, he's also quick.
85.
He's quick.
He'll be around 85 only.
Plus.
No, I think
He's
85
not that
plus.
quick. Even
He's
Shami
quick.
that way is not the quickest bowler
Yeah.
that there is. He's in
Quickest?
the 130s bracket.
I thought he was 140-ish moments.
No, sometime he can, but mostly
Harshit
his
Rana
operating
is quick.
speed is there.
Harshit-
Harshit
He
Rana
is.
is quick, yeah.
Prasidh is quick.
Operating
No,
speed.
Prasidh is also not quick.
Shami doesn't pick wickets with pace because of the seam
Seam
movement that he
movement,
gets.
yeah.
So same with Akashdeep. Yeah, come on.
But it's better to not have too much pace in Australia.
Pranav, we will see. I just hope the Indian batting fires and gets runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bowlers will manage.
Yeah.
Bowlers will manage.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo has a comment for
You, Shashwat.
Bhallaji.
No. Cristiano Ronaldo is saying, Shashwat, as you spend time with us, you will mature and grow. That's all.
Yes.
Thank you for your comment.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ronaldo.
CR7.
Ronaldo, CR7. How lucky you are, he watches you, he
Very.
knows your name as well.
And criticizing me also.
Okay, no, we've taken the last one that C just पे लिखा हुआ है.
Yeah.
That's Cristiano.
That's
ah,
yes,
अच्छा,
yes,
okay,
yes.
sorry. Okay, Berlin, Tokyo. Don't you think
Somebody
we should
writing
give
down how
chance
Saudi.
to Anshul Khambo? He's a great prospect on bouncy pitches. Same he did in Allur as well. Enough of Siraj and Prasidh drama. Why do you wait for losses to take
Yeah,
it?
but
There's a lot of talk about Anshul Kamboj.
But
Yes,
Anshul
there
Kamboj
is.
again, how many first class games has he played and for how many seasons he's played? Every time this talk about fast tracking and all those kind of things
And
doesn't
everyone you
work.
cannot see. You have already fast tracked 2 people.
You fast tracked Harshit Rana.
And Mayank Yadav.
No, Mayank Yadav is not in this squad.
Because he's got injured, na? Otherwise he was.
But again,
supposed to be.
that thought itself, we never learn. We never learn. from
But
that.
more than Anshul Kamboj, what I'm surprised is that there was a Yash Dayal who was a part of the test squad for the Bangladesh series and a couple of test matches versus New Zealand. And now he's now nowhere to be seen for the Australian series, not even in the reserves, but will more than likely make his debut in South Africa, in white ball.
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
Yeah,
thing.
now the retentions
Yeah.
are done.
Also, I'm saying, just as for batters, we keep saying honor domestic cricket and ones who have been long serving. Same way, go for bowlers as well. Yeah?
Exactly.
Allow Mukesh also, being the long time servant of domestic cricket that he has been, to get that chance.
I was looking forward to witnessing Yash Dayal in Australian conditions. I really thought that he would make his debut or maybe play one or two matches before that, because he was persisted with, and I think he was also in contention to make his debut in Chennai against Bangladesh.
But
So that's surprising.
it didn't happen. So.
Okay, I'm going to take Sarat Chandra's comment because Shashwat's getting support as well. You must take all comments. He says, Nikhil sir, for the first time I agree with Shashwat. KL is very lucky to play 54 tests with few Sena hundreds, but otherwise if management didn't stand with him, he would have been Sanju. So he should be grateful. So he's also contradicting a Sanju example. They're not the same.
They are not the
If
same,
he did
yes.
not get that love, he would become a Sanju, is what he's saying. Okay. Raj says, Nikhil sir, talk something about Shreyas' two back-to-back hundreds, including today's 200.
You must.
In India, if Indian
Middle
order.
middle order
order.
fails in BGT and England, then scope of his comeback. See, by the way, I mean, he should always be in consideration, but he's fallen a bit back in that pecking order. Also, taking nothing away from these domestic hundreds, you have to look at the condition that he's playing here and, where he will be playing in those. I think those are going to be more crucial. But right now, you even have a Jurel now fighting, and I think he's ahead of Shreyas Iyer. And Shreyas himself is to be blamed for pushing himself back. Now he started taking domestic cricket seriously. He's turning up, not having so many back issues as he was having,
Able
which
to play more than 30 balls also now.
now he's playing correct. So all of that, good on him. He's realized
very
that. I
good
hope
on
he
him.
should have earlier. But what he's done is he's pushed himself a bit back. So he has to right now contend with a KL Rahul, a Sarfraz, a Jurel,
Even Devdutt Padikkal?
Devdutt Padikkal, correct.
Yeah.
And
But
if
I
all of
think
that
he needs
doesn't
to
happen,
back up these two centuries now with an even bigger domestic season, because he's going to end
Needs
up
to
with
have
the
a
whole-
domestic season like he had in 2014-15.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but with that also now he can't come back.
He
Because
needs to
Sarfaraz
get a
had
1,000
couple
plus.
of seasons like that.
He needs a
Then
1,000
came
plus
back.
run season.
Still he won't come. Sarfaraz had so many.
See, by July 2025, you're going to see a transition.
Absolutely.
Prithvi Shaw,
For that, he has to play. Poor guy isn't playing also.
he's gymming these days.
Well, I hope he is. Yeah.
Okay, this Shivam wants us to take this comment. Siddharth Nagar is saying, Nikhil sir, how does one expect Siraj to perform as a night watchman when he is a DSP? There are two ways of looking at this joke.
I got that.
You got both?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I also.
No comments. Siraj.
We got both meanings of the joke that you sent. Not one, but two. Karthik K from the US.
Did New Zealand whitewash prompt Sunil Gavaskar's harsh reaction saying not have Rohit Sharma as captain for BGT?
I
KL
somewhat
should have
think that.
started
Yeah.
bowling, as I said previously. Jurel should play.
You think, okay, first, do you think Mr. Gavaskar's
Yeah,
reaction?
that's
Yes.
exactly what he also
Because of
said.
New Zealand?
He said it
No,
himself.
no,
He said
no,
it that
no.
if it was if India would not have lost the series 3-0, then it would have been a different thing. But because they have lost it 3-0, that's why he wants this.
No,
He
but
said it just
what
after
is that connection? See, I felt
Yeah, no
that
connection according to me.
I felt that it is more because he thinks that the first test match you need the captain to be there, and if you're not going to be there, then might as well allow one other person to carry on.
No, I don't think it was prompted by that. I think, see, a 3-0 whitewash happened, but then the report mostly was he's not there for the first test match. I think it is just on that. It wasn't prompted by a 3-0.
No, I'm just saying what he said.
Okay, last couple of comments. We've got Shak in PS. He says, people never give credit to Siraj. He was one of the main reasons in the Gabba test win with a fifer.
Yep.
Absolutely right.
He, Washington Sundar, Shardul Thakur, all. Natarajan.
Thakur had 7 wickets to
Navdeep
his name
Saini, Ryan with a
throughout the match.
hamstring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Bhavik Haswani is saying, do you think Indians and Indian media don't like character like Virat, Hardik due to their attitude and only good boys like Sachin, Dravid, who are sweet in nature and polite. But Bhavik, can I tell you one thing? It used to be a case, and that's not just Indian media, it's us as Indian society. You tend to like the good boys, the guys that you can be friends with, take home to meet your mother, those kind of people. It's a very common Indian mentality where, as I've often given this example, a Shane Warne would struggle to be accepted by an Indian society because he's so open with his personal life and what he would do. But having said that, because you're talking about the aggressive attitude, I think Virat Kohli has endeared himself to a lot of Indians because of his aggressive attitude. I think his aggressive attitude has been celebrated. It is one of the reasons that has helped him become the star that he has. So the mindset has changed over the years.
And it's the time we live in. At that time, good behavior was considered, gentlemanly behavior was still considered to be a part of the game. It was part of those rich colonial vestiges that we used to pride ourselves in. But now, Virat represents modern India, aggressive, very, if you look at it, in your face, we won't back down. So that's why he should be given credit for that also.
Okay, Shubham is saying that, Shashwat, you please be careful with your facts. Yesterday you said that Cummins played 3 Sheffield Shield games. The fact is that he played.
We did not talk about 3, just Cummins in general. It was about the all Australian red ball team. Many have played. Labuschagne has played, Stark. It wasn't just about Cummins.
Okay, on that note, we'll wind up another edition of the Dugout. Do give us a like if you enjoyed our conversation. And there is, as GH Pujara points out, India-South Africa match tomorrow. It's a good reminder to let you know. We'll be live right after the toss at 8 p.m.
Yes.
So 8 o'clock we'll be live. Then we'll be here the mid-innings as well as the post-match at 1 or 12:30. Whenever the game ends, we'll be live on Sports Today. So we look forward to your company. Really excited. There's already a video out of things that Suryakumar Yadav, the captain, has said about the Indian team preparing for that South Africa challenge. So you can check that out as how Indian team is gearing up. So yeah, we'll see you
tomorrow for the match.
Tomorrow, Siddharth wants to know about the Champions League. That would require another debate, but as a Barca fan, I'm really happy with the debacle that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And of course, Barcelona are rocking it. Anything else anybody wants to say? Anything? Like
Today is the day when we saw Glenn Maxwell's.
Yeah. I'll never forget that day.
Oh,
what a knock!
what a knock. The greatest knock.
It was just about time where he started.
Also, Robin Uthappa has made he's actually disappointed with Chennai Super Kings. So that story is going to be up very shortly. So you can watch that out also.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's regarding
the India versus New Zealand Test series that happened recently.
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, subscribe as always. As Shivam is saying that, please subscribe as always. Take care. Good night. Nandri.
Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair, eat your vegetables,
Don't trouble.
enjoy the festivities. Bye-bye.
Over now.
No, tomorrow.
Chat is today. You are saying over. It's carrying on.